Hey guys, this is Rose Gonzalez with Mindset Camp. I'm so excited to bring you Jackie Howard. She's a really good friend of mine from our CrossFit gym, and I just wanted to share with you her journey. Just a few short years ago, she was 284 pounds, and in 2013, she found the love for fitness and has changed her life, her well-being and her health. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So Jackie, thank you for doing this with me. And what was life like beforehand? And how was your health and all that stuff?
Life was pretty limited as far as the things that I would really even want to be doing. I couldn't go to the mall for more than about 15 minutes. I had a lot of different health issues. I had some prescriptions I was on, health maintenance for blood pressure, for cholesterol. I had really bad plantar fasciitis to where I wore an air cast. Even with that, I still experienced a lot of pain from it. It was a lot of years of just really neglecting my own health that led to being so obese. But it was a journey that was well worth everything that I went through to get to the end.
Yeah, that's well, it's great to hear that you've made such a big life change. What got you to make that change? Like, how did you go about getting yourself to go to the gym in the condition that you were? I'm sure your mindset was probably a lot different too.
It was really hard. It was really my oldest daughter, Whitney. She was doing an internship at a different gym, and they said that she could train me for free as a part of her internship. So at that point, I decided to go ahead and get on the scale and see what I really weighed. And that's when I saw the 284. It was a scary number. Scary for multiple reasons. I lost my dad when he was only 62. And so that was a concern, not health related, but I had a heart attack earlier in 2007 and had actually flatlined from it. But it was really a combination of everything that was finally where I was at the mindset that I needed to make a change. So it was the being on health maintenance, drugs, history, what I had seen in my own family with my dad, that really got me to that point where I wanted to try. My daughter was a huge inspiration. She's always been really fit, played college basketball, played, starting in 4th grade all the way through college, and got her degree in exercise and science. And it was because of that internship that I tried to even do anything.
Right. Wow. How scary was that to be, in your primes and then having to deal with health issues and raising your kids and stuff like that? So I'm so glad to hear that you got into the fitness world and you started making life-changing events. So tell us about your experience of going into a gym and how you felt and just how you kind of got over that hump, because I know a lot of people who even just my daughter who's 22 has a hard time just getting into the gym or whatever. What was it like for you?
It wasn't easy. The first gym where my daughter was doing the internship, I tried to do classes there. One of the trainers there made me feel really bad. He really told me that if I couldn't keep up with the class, that I needed to go find somewhere else, that it wasn't for him. So I walked to that gym, and so I cried all the way home, then went in, I talked to my daughter about it, explained to her what had happened and how down I was feeling, because I was really trying to do the right thing for myself.
Right.
And to not have that encouragement and support was it was devastating.
Right.
I talked to my daughter, I talked to my husband, and it was Whitney that had already found CSA.
Yeah.
And she's like, Mom, just give this a try. Just, come in and try this. I talked to them, and you could come see what it's about. And so I went, and it was life-changing for me.
Yeah. So between the time, I mean, was there a lapse between the time you went from the other gym to the new gym? Like, was there like a long?
No, it was really, she
She
knew
didn't
that.
waste it. As
She
soon
didn't
as
waste
she
any
got
time.
you in, she needed to get you in right away. Well, I think that's great though, because it's like, you know, if you do procrastinate and wait until something heals inside you, I mean, that could take a lot longer. And your healing process actually probably started as soon as you walked into the new gym and felt, you know, accepted and that
Supported
community.
and,
Yeah.
and CrossFit, the word at that point was really scary. You know, you see CrossFit Games athletes on TV,
Yeah.
and you think that everybody's at that level. That's, you know, sets the bar so high. What people don't realize is that CrossFit is so scalable and really can be for anybody. Right? You know, there's more people like us doing
Yeah.
CrossFit than
Right.
there are those elite athletes.
Right.
You know, that's such a small percentage. It's what's really publicized. Just so many misconceptions about it.
Yeah.
But really, it's just finding what works for you, and that's what worked for me. And the community, the gym, the workouts being scalable. It's like having a personal coach without
Yeah.
paying for a personal
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah, no, I love it. Well, I remember it took me a while to get into CrossFit because I had that whole thing in my head where, oh, I can't do CrossFit. I could barely do like a sit up or whatever. And it took me a while to get into into it as well. But when you go in, it's like everyone's supporting each other. Like I've never felt that way before, where people were like, "Oh, come on, you could do it."
Yeah,
Right?
and it's, you know, there's one workout, everybody's doing the same workout, but there's
Yeah.
variations of that workout.
Right.
And that's what most people don't see about CrossFit. You know, box jumps is the one that I always like to use as a reference, because, you know, while men are jumping on a 24-inch box and women on a 20-inch box, you know, you can scale it all the way down to just doing step-ups on a, you know, 35-pound plate, which is about 3 inches, and that's where I started. And, you know, you just continue to work your way as your skill progresses and you're able to do things, then, you know, that just opens for a different type of workout, but doing the same thing.
Great. And I know you've shared this with me, and I thought it was a really powerful story. Tell us about one of the earlier workout experiences that you had at CSA with the workout Murph.
Yeah, so those of you that don't know Murph, it's a mile run followed by 100 pull-ups,
push-ups,
200 push-ups,
300
air squats, followed by another run, another
1
mile,
mile run.
another 1 mile run. So I started CrossFit in May of 2013, and that workout is typically done in our communities Memorial Weekend, so the end of May. So I'd only been doing CrossFit for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And never really even had the mindset to go out and run a mile for a few decades. And so, let alone 2 was quite a lot to wrap my mind around.
Dog?
And so I got to the point where I was down to the last mile, and I was working hard, and there was a gentleman, a former Marine, that he had already completed his workout, and he ran the last mile with me. And it was just that feeling of acceptance and knowing that the community really was about supporting each other and helping each other. And it's one of the things that really sold me on CrossFit and the community and how much people really do care.
Yeah. It's bringing the best out of everybody, right?
It is.
Yeah, I love that story.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets me every time I hear it, and it literally pretty much changed your life. I mean, that
Absolutely.
experience alone is like, you know, you just never forget that.
Never. Every time I see him in the gym, out of the gym, you know, it's instantly the
Yeah.
first thing that I think of.
Yeah. And it's not just that one person. I mean, everybody in the gym is, you know, very helpful and supportive. And I think that's really important for some people to get in there and get into the habit of changing their life, is being that feeling of acceptance.
And it's not only at CSA, at our gym. I've been to gyms across the country in Florida, Nevada, Arizona, Colorado. I've been to a lot of different gyms, just as drop-ins, and it's really the same feeling, that same community, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see how many people will just first come up and introduce themselves to you, saying, hey, I haven't seen you before, just, that welcoming environment. And then if someone does see that you're struggling with something, they'll offer you, hey, this is what worked for me. It may not work for you, but you take all those tidbits and, what one person says, has definitely helped me.
So we see that you work out. How many days a week do you work out?
Most days it's 6 days, or most weeks it's 6 days a week that I'm working out. If I can't make it to the gym, we've set up our garage into a little mini CrossFit gym, and so if I can't make it to the gym, I'll do the workouts there too.
Okay. And you also have a full-time job, so she's a VP of mortgages, VP of lending at Uncle's Credit Union, and mortgage industry is just really a lot. And for her to find time to also work out, how do you structure your schedule to make sure that you go?
For me, it was finding the routine, right, and making sure that I made time for it. So for me, every morning I pack my CrossFit bag, take it to work with me, and I change at work, and then I go straight from work to the gym instead of going home and giving myself that opportunity to sit on the couch and decide to be lazy. I'll get to the gym a little bit early and start stretching and getting ready for my workout.
Yeah, that's good. Just eliminating anything that could hold you back from.
And if I know I'm going to stay late, then I'll make sure I go to CrossFit, get up, and go in the morning before going to work. So I just make sure that I know what my schedule is and make sure I can plan for it.
And making it a priority.
Yeah,
no, that's great. So what is your diet like? Because I know a lot of people think that losing weight and all that stuff is just by working out, but I think what people miss is that it also has to do a lot with nutrition and diet. And I know for you it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, but can you share a little bit about what that looks like?
Yeah, so I follow a paleo lifestyle, which is no grains, no dairy, no soy, no legumes, and no refined sugars. So, when I first say that, people are like, so what do you eat? What's left? So meats, fish, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. At first it was challenging trying to figure out, okay, so if I can't have this, what do I have? But once you adapt to that lifestyle, it's pretty easy thing. Yeah, I shop on the outer edges of the store. I don't go to the middle aisles where all the processed stuff is.
Yeah, and how has that changed your life? Just you changing your nutrition and working out every day. You were saying you were on blood pressure medication and all these other things. And how has it changed your life? First of all, how much have you lost?
Yeah, I've lost total 135 pounds. It took me about 1.5 years to do it. That's the other question that I get a lot is how long did it take? It took about 1.5 years. It doesn't come on overnight. It doesn't come off overnight.
Right, but those are the things that actually stay for a lifetime. It's not like one of those where I lose weight as fast as I can and then I gain it right back. This is a lifestyle change where it's consistent. You stayed at this weight, give or take, depending on what holiday it is.
Give or take that 5 pounds always.
It's a Thanksgiving holiday.
But, for me it's really changed my life a lot. I don't have any of the problems with the plantar fasciitis that as soon as I lost the first, I'd say 50, 60 pounds, I didn't have any more of the feet issues, which was very welcoming. I dealt with that for over a year, so a year of constant pain when I was walking. I don't take any of the health maintenance drugs anymore either, so as a whole, so much more healthy. One of the most ironic things for me is when I went to the doctor's office and they were like, your blood pressure is really low. You must be an athlete. And so being referred to as an athlete, I was like, okay, yes, I'm going to walk out today and I'm going to feel great because I'm an athlete.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, good. I'm glad. Now, if you were given a chance to go back in time and give your younger self advice, what advice would you give yourself?
I would say to make time for myself. As a mom working, you always want to do everything for your family, and by the time I got around to, and a mindset at that point was there just wasn't time for me to do this, and I wasn't making the time. And so if I could look back and change one thing, it would be to, just carve out that hour a day for yourself. That's really all it takes.
Yeah. And, for me as well, it makes me a different person. Like, I'm in a better mood. It just puts me in that whole positive mental state that I've taken care of myself today, so here I can give back. So they always say, like, you have to love on yourself before you can love on others, and I think that's a really big part of it, is just making sure that you're healthy, right? Yeah. So if you could leave one message with somebody who may be watching or listening, who may have been thinking about going to the gym or wanting to do something in their life that they just can't get over that little hump, what message would you like to give to them?
I would say number one, first thing is you have to do it for you, right? Until you're in that mindset of wanting to make a change, a long-term change, it's not going to happen. And I can say that from experience. There were so many times that I started and stopped, and I wasn't in that same mindset that I am today. So that would be the first thing, is you have to do it for you. And the second would be, don't bite off more than you can handle at one point, right? Take each day as a new day and really make sure that you try and do what you did yesterday and push yourself a little bit more. It's something, if I did it, I know anybody can do it. It is doable. You just have to find what's right for you. For me, paleo and CrossFit was it, but it doesn't have to be, that combination. It's whatever works for you and fits into your schedule.
Great, that's such a great message. Great. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you.
And again, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So guys, I've created Mindset Camp to bring people just like Jackie to share their journey with you, so that we can help you keep inspired to dream big, work hard, and never give up on your goals. Thanks for tuning in.